Hey, welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like, share this video. Welcome back. This is your boy, the real Charlemagne, the Brick City. Today we got a special guest coming from the DMV area. This guy, he's been helping me out with my web designs. He got some hot designs coming for me in Brick City. He's working on my web design as well. Um, Up and coming designer. He's well known in his own right, but he's definitely coming up. But before we get to him, I just want to give a shout out to family and friends. I hope everybody had a good weekend last weekend. Hey, COVID's still around. I kind of laid low, but I still love y'all. I know y'all had a good time, cooking out and everything, but I just a little laid low, and I still love y'all the same. And That's Good Chocolate, my sponsor, they take a little hiatus because of the weather. It's a little hot out there for the ship the chocolate and everything. So uh, reach out to her for like a special order if you're in like the Raleigh Durham area. Reach out to them. But as far as like shipping, the weather's so hot right now. It's like horrible. So definitely reach out to them if you got a special something that's in dire need that you really really need. Try to work something out for you. And That's Good Chocolate at that'sgoodchocolate.com. All right, what we've been waiting for, we got Mr. Mac here, aka Keith Macguyver, the Macgyver man.
Peace,
Tell,
peace. How you doing, bro?
hey, tell us a little about yourself, brother.
All right. Well, first off, my name is Keith Macgyver. Everybody calls me Mac. I go by the business moniker Macgyver Biz, MacGuyverBiz. And yeah, I'm a graphic design, web designer, all around artist. I mean, I'm a musician. I do it all, but for right now, my main focus is my web design, my graphic design, and I do a little bit of video editing and stuff like that as well. So yeah, that's pretty
Cool.
much me in a nutshell.
Yeah, look, I know. I got introduced to you through a mutual friend, and yeah, you definitely, man, like those first couple of, pictures. I was like, wow, you know what I'm saying? What in the world? Where this come from? I was like,
Yeah.
who that dude on the picture? But where'd you learn how to do this? What got you into web design?
Well, what started it is I was, like I said, I'm a musician, so I started off rapping, and I was poor. So in order to get any type of graphic work done, I figured I had to do it myself. And
Got you.
so I just started doing like basic stuff, and then I luckily met a few people along the way that were willing to teach me. Little ins and outs and little nuances about it, and I self-taught myself through YouTube. So once I started to do graphics, I learned that a lot of the web designing in today's world basically is graphic design, because
Right.
a lot of people aren't using code to do their websites anymore. For one, because of the price point it
Right.
requires to get someone who's going to do some coding for you is a lot higher. And
Right.
two, a lot of people's needs aren't so detailed that they need
Exactly.
all of that. So once I realized that that was an opening, I was doing audio engineering at the time. I was working out of a studio recording people. So it wasn't really paying the bills,
Hmm.
and graphic design wasn't really paying the bills. I mean, the two together were doing okay,
Hmm.
but they weren't going to go anywhere with the the world we're in, where everyone has a self studio and everyone has yada yada yada. So
Yeah.
I met up with this lovely young lady lady named Melanie,
Hmm.
who was working on a website. She had me assist her on one, and she instantly was like, "You can just do this yourself. It's not that hard." And she was teaching me and showing me in like 1 or 2 sessions. And I luckily like got my first client within like the next 2 months. I just randomly had someone come up on me. It was like, "Yo, do you do websites and stuff?" And I just said yes. Instead of saying no, I was
Right.
like, "Yeah, I do, I do."
Right.
And I did it. And so once I learned that it was something that I could do and I got comfortable with it, I just kind of took off from there.
Got you. Now, I know you've been in the game. How long you been in the game now?
Oh man, I've been doing graphic design now for about
8
eight or
years.
9 years, and web
Yeah,
design for about 5.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I know recently you kind of connected with a popular person. Who was that person you connected with on the website or the web design?
On the web design. Oh well, I'm currently a graphic designer for the Black Wall Street, which is a company owned by the actor Hill Harper.
Right.
So that is something that I'm involved with. That I'm proud of, I guess I could say.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I am proud to do it. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's a great experience. I'm working with a lot of dope professionals. We're doing something. He's doing something major, and trying to develop a black wallet, currency wallet for black owned.
Right.
Um, Crypto wallet, which we don't have,
Right.
fully black owned. So he's developing and has the first one, and yeah, I'm super honored to be a part of that team.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, no, right now that's probably my most high profile situation right now. Yeah.
Hey, that's that. I mean, that's like you said, man. Anything that's positive is high profile in my eyes. You know what I mean? Because it's like a lot of people.
Yeah.
We get overlooked. In corporate America. So when someone says, "Hey, let's be a part of a unity project like that," that's big time in my eyes.
Oh, it's very dope. It's very
And
dope. Sometimes it's not. I don't realize how big of a deal it is.
right,
Just because of how fast everything happened.
right, right,
And
right.
so it just happened. I had a conversation with somebody. Boom. Next thing you know, they want to see some work. We talked. I was on the team. So yeah, but like to my mom, my mother will be like, "Hey, did you know today is Hill Harper's birthday?" I was like, "Well, I'm not gonna text him, mom."
Right, right, right.
But it's like she want to make sure I know, like, "Hey,
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
this book
yeah.
coming out." So no, it's a big deal. I'm very honored to be a part of the team,
Yeah,
honestly.
man, that's awesome. And like I said, I saw that and you guys are doing some good work, and I definitely want to continue to follow you guys and be a part of that as well. I
For
think
sure.
we build a relationship, through business, but like you said, you guys, you always try to stay on that positive road, and that's a pleasure to see us collectively trying to do something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because
Exactly.
it's not a lot of that going on.
No, it's not, and I mean, it's getting better. It seems. It seems like I know a lot more people that are trying to unite with like-minded people, and that's all we really need to do in order
Yeah,
to really to develop these communities we want to develop. We just need
yeah,
to get with like-minded people and you know keep expanding.
right, right, right. So you from the DMV area? What was it like growing up there in the go go area, man?
um, so I'm to me I'm like a product of the DMV, like
Hmm.
to the T. So I was born in DC. My family's roots are in DC. My mother from uptown, my father on the south side.
Okay.
Um, so we moved to PG County. I don't know when my mom moved when I was younger, so I was probably like 4 or 5, something like that. And my
Hmm.
grandmother still was uptown, and then she moved a little bit later. But yeah, so I stayed in PG County. I moved all over PG County for all of my my elementary school years. Moved to Virginia for middle school for 2 years. Moved back to PG County after that. So I'm more so PG County bred, but
Right.
I've been all around this. And I currently reside in VA.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, so I mean, I love it. Like what I'm saying, I've always loved the individuality that came with living in this area.
Right.
When I was coming up, we dressed like nobody else.
Right.
Like nobody else was wearing New Balances. I don't care who claims it now. Like nobody was wearing New Balances except for us. And we know it to be true because New Balances were only like 40-50 bucks at a certain
Exactly.
point. Even the expensive ones were like 90 at most. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then when it became a thing to me, in my opinion, here, and we started to kind of, showcase how fly they could be, that's
Right.
when they started coming out with the higher scale ones, and then people started jacking the price up to dang. I think now it's like $200 for the
Yeah,
for
for a
the
good
main
pair.
ones we
Yeah.
used to get.
Them
Yeah.
nine, them 90, them 900
So
series. Yeah.
yeah, I think it's the
Yeah.
996s.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I love like you said, the go-go. I love just the energy in DC and PG County, and like I said, even in Northern Virginia. Like
Right.
we all, even though we fight amongst each other, and you'll always hear people, "You're not from DC, you're not from here, you're
Right.
not
Right.
from
Right. Right.
there." Like when it come down to the come down, we all know that the culture here is one of a kind, and we've all
Exactly.
grown and experienced that culture, and
Yeah.
it's beautiful, man. I love it. I love it.
And look, I was fortunate enough, man, to spend a lot of summers up there in Northwest. Spent a lot of summers in Northwest, and then my father, he moved out PG County as
Mm-hmm.
well. So I was able to grow up and have the Southern and bring the Northern down to the South. You know what I'm saying? So I was fortunate enough to have the best of both worlds. And then New Balance kick, man. I don't know if you remember DDTP. I'm gonna
Yeah,
tell
of
you that. Oh,
course.
look, I'm telling my age right now.
Nah, you telling you talking truth, brother. I
Hey,
remember
look,
DTP, Rugged Way, Von Taft. I know.
look, yeah. So the DDTP, right? We actually met the distributor, and my cousin, he had a little shop. You know what I'm saying, in Eastern North Carolina, man. It was like the only people in the area selling it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, we got hooked up with a shoe store on George Avenue, and this cat, that's what he was doing. He was wholesaling New Balance. So we was bringing the DDTP with the t-shirts. You know, they had the colorful t-shirts, and then they had the gray shorts that was like, I still got a pair of them joints. Them joints still intact right now. Like there was some
Yeah.
quality. It was some quality stuff, man.
And it's
And
the
but like,
individuality.
yeah, and like I said,
Mhm.
people latched onto it, and and started rocking it, man. And that was like, it was crazy. That was like mid '90s. You know what I'm saying? It was like
Yep.
people was just latching onto it. It was like, man, this, and like I said, it was culture, but then it was quality as well. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. I didn't
And
realize growing up that PG County was the richest black county in the country.
wow,
But I guess now looking back on PG County, and then obviously DC being Chocolate City at that time,
right.
um, I didn't realize how many entrepreneurs I was surrounded by even at that time. Like you said, with just having clothing lines that we knew were specific to our
Hmm.
area, DDTP, Madness, Shooters,
Right.
Rugged Wear, like all these places that you couldn't find it nowhere else. Like when I wore it other places, they like, what is that? Either they was gonna try
It,
to talk about it, or they were so intrigued, like, where you get that from?
well, you're right.
You know what I mean? And I always thought that was dope. And I think what it contributes to that is what you were saying about you taking like the northern to the south, because we're not technically the north or the south. We're
Right.
right on the Mason-Dixon line.
Hmm.
So we have our influence from both. You can tell, like, no disrespect, the South has never really been known for their fashion sense.
Right.
So I feel like we took like a fashion sense, more of a northern approach to the fashion sense.
Yeah.
But our love for, like, I can't say that because I mean up north they have a big love for community and unity too. But I
Right.
just feel like we had the soul of the
It had a
South. If you
balance.
come,
Yeah.
yeah, if you
It
come
had
to
a
DC, it's
balance.
more of a southern feel than a up north feel. But like we
Right.
still had those northern, little things that you can kind of
Hmm.
see. Okay, yeah, y'all listen to Scarface, but y'all listen to Jay too. You feel
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
Like it's both of those. You feel me?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you said, man, the culture that up there is just like it's like no other. Like you said, you got to feel, because it's the unfortunate situation of what our forefathers and ancestors endured with slavery,
Yeah.
and a lot of them migrated to the DC area just to get out of it. You know what I mean? And I know a lot of my family, even in the '60s, doing this, segregation, and everything, they migrated to DC just for a better life.
Yep.
And they didn't want to go to New York. They didn't want to go too far away from North Carolina. They just want to be further enough so they're not in it, but further enough so they could see a change.
Yep. And that, yeah. And my grandmother and grandfather's roots. Well, one of my grandmother's roots is straight up DC.
Hmm.
And she'll tell you that every chance she gets. She's from DC. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying? That's it. Her but my other grandmother has roots further out in like the country in Virginia and North Carolina.
Right.
And that seems to be such like a common theme with people here. You know what I mean? Like
Oh
a lot
yeah.
of people have roots in North Carolina, South Carolina that live here. And like you said, it's probably because that's about as far north as they was really trying to go.
Hmm. Hmm.
So they like, we can settle right here in
Yeah,
Maryland.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right there.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. Well, that's cool, man. Look, we got off on a tangent here, so let's get back to business.
Okay.
So, first off, let me go ahead and get your IG and your Facebook, LinkedIn. Let's go ahead and get all that, to the
Oh,
people that might want to use
well,
you.
my IG is Macguyver Biz. Like I said before, MacGuyver Biz. My Facebook is Keith Keith Macguyver, same way, Macguyver, and that's pretty much the only place you can catch me, honestly, unless we're doing business, then it's emails, and you know we can get to that level. But yeah, that's my Instagram and my Facebook,
Okay.
and yeah.
All right, cool. So, like I know some people, they be like, they don't know where to start, like myself. What would be like the beginning process? I know what I had to go through with you, but just trying to get going. What would you recommend someone like they never involved themselves with a graphic designer or a web designer? You made it super simple for me, but what was the first thing? What type of questions should they ask before they get involved with somebody, even if it's not yourself? Like as far as quality of work and other things like that. What do you recommend?
Well, first off, envision your stuff yourself first. So like envision what your brand is going to look like. Come to the table. This is the best way. Now, obviously, if you don't know and you just want to come to somebody, then I can kind of breeze through that too. But the ideal way to do it is to kind of envision your brand yourself. So when you're coming to your graphic designer, your web designer, you're coming with an idea that they can now expand upon, instead of trying to get them to come up with the idea for you, which, I mean, sometimes that works too. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just try to lean on the creativity of those who are creative. But to me, if it's something like your business where it's like, you want to really, it's your baby, you know what I mean? It's your first little website, not saying little, but it's your first website, it's your first, time out there, treat it as such. So come prepared, like, no, have your bio ready, have your contact information ready, have your email ready, have some pictures ready, have things ready to go. And that'll help you get through the process smooth. Because if you have to go to a graphic designer or web designer and you say, hey, I want this website up, and they're like, okay, well, where's the content for it?
Right.
And then you gotta wait a month to get the the content. Then you gotta wait for them to do it. Then you wanna add something else later. Now you gotta wait to take the pictures. So envision everything. Come up with your colors. Like if you don't have a logo, envision that logo in your head and come up with an idea of what you may want it to look like. And if you don't, just be completely honest with your the person you go to when you come to them and say, hey, I have no idea what I want. I don't know what direction I want to go in. I need you to assist me through all of that. Then be upfront with them about it, and then understand that comes with a little bit more patience on your end as well.
Facts,
you know what I mean? Because some people jump in, they want you to do everything.
That was me. I was like, hey, I don't know, man. Look, I'm just a talker. I don't know nothing about no graphic design. I'm saying, just, hey, hook me up.
Exactly, but you were patient through the process, like I was patient with you. Some people will come in not knowing and not having any ideas, but then they want you to conjure up something in a week and just say, yo, just come up with something fire. And unfortunately, what's fire to me or what's fire to you may not be fire to the next person. So when someone just comes to me, like I have people come to me and I want to do logos, and they're like, just spruce it up. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know what that means. I don't know what vision you have. What do you like? Like, I might, because I'm a minimalist at heart. I'm a minimalist. So the things that I find to be dope are not so flashy, not so bold, just really basic. But I understand the science of it, right? So I appreciate it. If so, things I like, you may not like. You might be a flashy person. You might like diamonds and gold sparkles.
When I told you, I was like, man, just come up with something, right? I the first thing came to mind. You remember Boomerang when Eddie Murphy he just gave dude complete control of everything. And he came back with that wild video. And that was the first thing I was like, oh man, I hope you don't come with nothing crazy. You know what I'm saying? But but like I said, we discussed everything. And then like I said, it was smooth. And like I said, it was great working with you. And like I said, we continue to, build a relationship because I'm definitely gonna need you again. So
Oh, I'm here, brother. I'm
yeah,
here.
yeah,
But that's
yeah.
like you said, that's the danger in it all. When you let somebody else's imagination run wild, you don't know where that's gonna lead them. So so it's
Exactly.
like, you gotta
Hey, because
you gotta be careful.
his imaginations was just, oh my god, it was something crazy. But
Yeah.
like I said, you kept it simple, and that's the thing, man. I think, and I could tell you just utilize our conversations to come up with the design as well, because it's like you're like, well, I just, me, I'm just subtle, just kind of laid back, and like you said, you just like, and like I told you, I was like, this show thing, it's me, but it's not me. You know what I mean? It's
Mhm.
like it's new to me, but it's something that I'm doing for the people, not for myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the way you came up with the design, that was very dope, and I appreciate it. And people, that you'll have the
Oh,
design and everything 1 August. I'm gonna do this super release. Y'all gonna really enjoy
it's gonna be fire.
that.
It's gonna be fire. Yeah, man. No,
Fire.
I love helping people, man. I have a I say thank you. I mean, for appreciating the work and for
Right.
believing in me. That goes a long way.
Right.
Um, and yeah, so I'm helping. I just want to highlight them because they're so awesome. I help these beautiful women with this podcast they do called the Drunken Threesomes.
Hmm.
And matter of fact, I should connect you all to just do like a cross platform type of deal one of these days. But they focus on a lot of like, it's three of them. They drink while they do it, so that's why it's called the Drunken Threesomes. I mean, they do
Okay.
talk
Okay.
about sexual things, but it's not like just that. And they do like a section where they talk about Black excellence, and so each episode highlights a Black owned business and a
Okay.
Black
Okay.
owned business owner, and they get to come on and speak about it. So I just I like just working with people that our goals also align. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I did a logo one time and it ended up on a NASCAR,
Oh
right?
wow.
Right,
Okay.
yeah. But then like right above the logo I designed was the Trump "Make America Great Again." So
Mm.
the conflict came in is like I want to show people this because I'm proud of it, but in the same breath, our goals and our vision don't align because I don't
Yeah.
really want to promote him.
Right.
So it's
Right.
dope when it's something that I believe in myself, like
Right.
yourself and your radio show and your platform,
Yeah.
where I can really invest time in something that I would just sit back and listen to myself. So it's
Exactly.
dope.
Yeah. And like you said, that's a matter. Like I said, it's definitely when you're conscious of stuff like that, it takes you a lot further,
Mm-hmm.
because some people would have used that as, I'm here. I'm gonna just go ahead and run with it. You know what I mean? But
Mm-hmm.
yourself, you like, nah, I can't rock like that. You know what I mean?
Nah, I sent it to like my mom in text, and I sent it
Yeah.
to like people that I rocked with in private, but I didn't post it. I never posted it because I was like, nah, like
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that's just not what
Yeah.
I don't believe in
Right.
his squad.
And that's your
So I'm
personal.
not about to
Like I said, that
promote
was
that.
like that's
Yeah.
your personal thing, man. And and that's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I respect anybody personal beliefs, because that's your belief. And I know some people, they go back and forth. Well, this is right, this is that. I was like, nah, because how I feel, you can't feel how I feel, because that's my personal belief. You know what I mean? My
Mm-hmm.
personal opinion. you know.
Your perspective on things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everybody
because of
got their
your
own opinion,
experience.
man. Everybody got their own
Mm-hmm.
opinion. But that's cool.
Yeah, so it's dope when your opinions just link together and just
Exactly,
it's
exactly.
just dope.
Then
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
beautiful
that's when
thing.
you push it forward. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I know you have you look. I know sometimes we were speaking about talking about the sports and things going on in the entertainment field. So you connected to the entertainment field as well, where you kind of know some things, inside of things sometimes. How you come about, coming to, getting involved with that inside of, with sports and things like that.
um, I mean, when it comes to sports, just a true fan. Like I was raised in a football family. My
Right.
father's still a coach to this day.
Okay.
All my cousins played. So when it comes to stuff like that, and you dealing with athletics, you just around that a lot. When it comes to music, like I told you, I've done music my entire life. I had a budding rap career at some point. I don't know if you consider it budding, but it was working and the company and the record label I was with had a lot of success with another one of our artists, and
Okay.
I got a chance to meet with a lot of people in that regard, especially
Right.
locally,
Okay.
but even more so in the industry as well.
Right.
And then outside of that, no, just being nosy, man. Like just like right, like you know what I'm saying? Like honestly, just being one of them people. Like I'm so in love with the game that
Yeah.
I invest my time in reading about it. You know what I mean? I
Right.
watch
Right. Right.
documentaries about anything
Right.
dealing with rap and music and funk and yeah, all that tech stuff and
Gotcha.
YouTube's. Yeah. So
That's
yeah,
what's
just
up.
me being inquisitive, man.
Just
For
being
real.
nosy. All right,
Yeah.
man. Well, we come a little short on time. Drop your IG one more time for me and your Facebook, and then once you do that, I want you to drop a little nugget for an individual that's out there, interested in getting into the graphic design. What do you recommend them to do starting out?
Okay. Well, follow me at Macguyver Biz on Instagram. That's Macguyver Biz. I spelled it like 5 times in this. I'm pretty sure you've heard it.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
Macguyver Biz, and then on Facebook at Keith Macguyver. You can also type in Macguyver Biz and it'll come up as well. And as far as like giving someone information on basically how to get into graphic design or anything for that matter, I would just say take it one step at a time. Don't try to look at somebody at their peak and compare your work at the beginning, because sometimes that's where people get frustrated and that's where they quit and that's where they stop, because they're not doing things on a level of what they're seeing.
Right.
But you have to understand that those people took a lot of time to gain the knowledge to be able to do those things. So just take things one step at a time, learn how to do things one step at a time. There's so many different like nuances to when it comes to graphic design, whether that be color correcting, whether that be photo manipulation, whether it be simple cutouts and edits like shading and all that type of stuff. It's a lot that goes into it. So
Gotcha.
take your time, go step by step, and that's through anything you do in life. If you're trying to develop something, be patient, be consistent, but
Right.
know your goal.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
No
Hey,
doubt.
man. Hey, it's been a pleasure. I'm gonna have to get you back
Thank
up
you for
here.
having me.
Hell yeah, get you back up here on the follow up once everything is done,
For
and
sure.
then we could go through the graphics, and show people what your thought process when you was doing this and doing that. So
I'm down. We can do it.
but yeah, all right. Well, hey, thank you people for listening.
Thank you for
Hey,
having me, man.
and this is the real Charlemagne signing off. Don't forget to follow me on all platforms: Instagram, IG, LinkedIn, all of the above. I'm there, the real Charlemagne. And follow the Brick City Show on Facebook. And once again, talk to you next Saturday. Peace.